Good morning, my dear friends and my dear students. I'm going to upload sometimes about literature, sometimes about grammar portion, and sometimes about net and JRF questions also. Because there are many topics, there are many many authors, many writers, many novelists, dramatists. That when a student of net and JRF, when he is going to prepare about net and JRF examination, so there are a lot of problem in front of him. So I think that I should teach about the writers. That is very important from the prospect of the NEET and JRF examination of English. So there is a name Ngugi Thiago also. The spelling is Ngugiwathingo. Ngugi, some people say Ngugi Thiago. This is very most important name in English literature, and I think the students who is preparing for the NET and JRF examination in English, they should know about that name. So Ngugi Thiago changed his name from James Ngugi when he stopped writing in English and began publishing in GQ. So these three lines is very most important because within these three lines there is a question, and the question is from July from the question is from July 2016. What is the question? The question is, and Ngugi Thiago changed the medium of his writing from English to GQ. You can see the question number 60 is, and Ngugi Thiago changed the medium of his writing from English to, there is four options: Swahili, Yoruba, Exhosa, and GQ. So the correct option is GQ. The correct option is GQ. So you can understand, my friend, my students, that this question is very most important. Only within three lines there is a one question, that Ngugi Thiago changed the medium of his writing from English to GQ. So this is very most important question. You can learn this question, okay, from the perspective of knowledge and examination. So I am going to repeat once again. Ngugi Thiago changed his name from James Ngugi when he stopped writing in English and began publishing in GQ. Both decisions were motivated by his belief that writing in the language of the colonizer alienated Africans from their own culture. His essays on post-colonial politics have been as influential as his fiction and plays. Homecoming, 1972, Writers in Politics, 1981, Burial of a Pen, 1983, Decolonizing the Mind, 1986, Moving the Center, 1993, Pain Points, Gun Points and Dreams, 1998. He was born in Kenya, where a state of emergency was declared in 1952 because of the Mau Mau uprising, and educated at University College Makerere and at Leeds University. While he was teaching at the University of Nairobi, in his plays in GQ, translated as I will marry when I want. You should focus on these lines, that while he was teaching at the University of Nairobi, his plays in GQ, translated as I will marry when I want and co-written with Ngugi Mirali as literacy project, was performed by a pageant cast to huge audience in 1977. Its license was withdrawn and Ngugi was detained for a year and was not reinstated in his academic post. Detained Writer's Prison Diary, 1981, is a scathing attack on neo-colonialism. Ngugi went into exile in 1982 in the river between 1965, set around 1930. Wayaki fails as a savior who tries to reconcile culture, integrity, and educational enlightenment. Weep Not Child, 1964, set during the emergency, explores a child's perplexity as his intellectual ability provides him with schooling that makes him feel he has betrayed his family. A Grain of Wheat 1967 is stylistically more complex than the earlier novels. Its dislocating shifts in perspective in acting for the readers the fragmentation of Kenyan society at the moment of independence. All the characters, home guards, district officers, and freedom fighters alike are crippled by guilt. As General R says, no one will ever escape from his own actions. Petals of Blood, 1977, a murderist version of crime fiction, depicts a community's attempt to realize the dream of national identity in opposition to global capitalism. Devil on the Cross, 1982, Mattigri 1987 and Wizard of the Crow 2006 engaged directly was GQ or reality. So I think this is a very most important question from the prospect of NET and JRF in English. So you will learn the question and you will focus on this question. And there is one question also in my mind I should teach you that these kinds of questions also can be asked in the examination. So there is a question you can watch. Arrange the sections of the wasteland in the order in which they appear in the poem. So this is a poem by T.S. Eliot, Wasteland by T.S. Eliot, Thomas Stern Eliot. And the question is, arrange the sections of the wasteland in order in which they appear in the poem. So there is for fifth option, because in the poem T.S. Eliot, uh, which he has written, the wasteland, there is fifth, the fire sermon, death by water, a game of chess, what the thunder said, the burial of the dead. This option is not in sequence, but the question is arrange the sections the wasteland in the order in which they appear in the poem. So the section is the burial of the dead, a game of chess, the fire sermon, death by water, what the thunder said. You should learn this question, very important. This is from the perspective of NET and JRF. First of all, and in the lastly, I am going to repeat once again. Arrange the section of the wasteland in the order in which they appear in the poem. The right answer is 4 option. And you can watch the burial of the dead, death, a game of chess, the fire sermon, death by water, and what the thunder said. So I will upload the next video from some such kinds of questions also, and you will watch my video and you can achieve a lot of knowledge slowly and gradually. And this video is for all kinds of students for English literature, whether he is preparing for MA entrance examination or NET and JRF entrance examination. Thank you very much.